Kia ora, I'm Dave from Grow Forest Hill, the community garden on Sane Road in Forest Hill. In 2023, Auckland experienced a major weather event, and it affected houses and properties and lives all over Auckland, but in particular here in the Wairau Valley. Not only did it affect properties, but it had a significant effect on many lives. Since then, you might have noticed that there are some fences popping up and houses being removed. We've made this video to help give you a bit more information about what's happening and how you can have a say in what the future use of that space is. So since those 2023 Auckland Anniversary floods, the Council has been working with property owners where they've deemed that those properties are at a really high risk of future flooding, and they've identified 1,100 properties across Auckland that fit that criteria and will need to be removed. In fact, Milford was the most severely affected area, with 140 of those 1,100 houses in this neighbourhood. The reason this area is at such a high risk of flooding is because of geography. Wairau stands for net of 100 waters. Wai, water, rau, 100. And this is a really interesting and unique area. We have this large catchment from Milford up to Forest Hill, Sanina, Tōtarevale and Wairau, full of rivers and valleys and waterways, and when there is a large weather event, the water floods down and converges in a really narrow outlet here on Nile Road that goes through to Milford Beach. And when there's a lot of rain, the water has nowhere to go. It backs up and it floods across low-lying land. And with climate change, those sort of events are only going to become more common for us. So what's emerged since this event is the Ngā Wairau Blue-Green project. A blue-green network is a series of rivers and waterways and spaces that can contain water during a major weather event. Instead of just creating culverts full of concrete that move water quickly and perhaps exacerbate the problem, they hold water, giving it time to then slowly dissipate. And in between weather events, those spaces can be places of biodiversity, beautiful green spaces, and places for the community to enjoy while it's dry. There are several phases to the Ngā Wairau Blue-Green project, and this will go on for many years. But phase 1 is the most urgent, and that's at AF Thomas Park, which is the Takapuna golf course. What they're doing there is they're creating wetlands and detention areas that are designed to act like a sponge, temporarily holding large volumes of water and releasing it slowly to protect homes and businesses and key roads downstream. The second phase is going to be in Tōtarevale and then here in Milford, particularly Nile Road and Alma. And the idea there is to create space for water to be spread out and slowed down. They'll achieve this by widening streams, removing concrete and restoring them to natural waterways, creating safe overland flow paths across storm-affected land and existing parks, and lastly, lowering and reshaping some areas so that water can move through them more safely during heavy rain. This will reduce flood risk, but it'll also achieve other things. It'll create more biodiversity, it'll create green spaces and places for our community to gather and to enjoy. Auckland Council are still in the process of figuring out what they want to do and how they do it. But I've been really impressed by how genuinely collaborative they've been. They've pulled together council, healthy waters, mana whenua, local boards, businesses, the local community groups, and they've listened really, really well. And I think this is a really unique opportunity for us in this community to speak into the future of these green spaces, not only for our safety, but also for spaces that our community can enjoy and we can enjoy not just now, but for future generations.